10 years after 9/11, a former White House counterterrorism official saying al-Qaeda has never been weaker. But of course, reports this morning of a new terror threat make it clear this is not the time to relax. CBS News Homeland Security correspondent Bob Orr is here in Washington with the very latest for us. Bob, good morning.
Good morning, Erica. Well, as you say, the FBI and CIA this morning are chasing what's called a specific and credible but unconfirmed threat that terrorists could strike sometime over the weekend in Washington or perhaps New York. The threat comes from al-Qaeda, and officials are taking it seriously. But the fact is, al-Qaeda is not the same force it was 10 years ago.
With Osama bin Laden and dozens of his top operatives dead, core al-Qaeda is on the ropes. And top security officials now openly question whether the network which carried out 9/11 is capable of another large-scale strike.
Well, I would say we've greatly inhibited core al-Qaeda from the kind of attack that we saw on 9/11. Our intel gathering is better. Our information sharing is better.
And it's that better information sharing that's leading to today's heightened security over what's being called a credible but unconfirmed threat. While core al-Qaeda might be weaker, terror branches are gaining strength. Al-Shabaab in Somalia and al-Qaeda in the Arabian Peninsula in Yemen. That group dispatched the underwear bomber in 2009 and last fall hid explosives inside printers bound for America. AQAP is innovative, determined, and apparently fixated on U.S. aviation targets.
They are constantly looking at our defenses and adjusting their methods. When we harden cockpit doors in aircraft, they're going to look for a different way to try to take down aircraft.
Counterterrorism experts warn another ongoing danger comes from homegrown radicals who are already living inside the U.S. and under any law enforcement radar. The attack on Fort Hood was carried out by a self-radicalized loner inspired by a radical al-Qaeda cleric. The attempted Times Square bombing in May of 2010 was also carried out by a solitary U.S. citizen who'd received minimal training from the Pakistani Taliban.
We have about a couple of thousand cameras that we can access from here.
For New York City Police Commissioner Ray Kelly, finding and stopping those so-called lone wolves is the greatest challenge.
You know, for us to say we can find all of those people is a pipe dream. We do the best we can with the resources that we have.
Now, as to the current threat we've been talking about, an intelligence source has told the U.S. government that some al-Qaeda operatives, perhaps 3, could already be in the U.S. right now, but that has not been confirmed, Erica.
But in terms of the current threat, you talked so much about the changes in al-Qaeda there. So where is the focus of the threat at this point?
Well, this threat emanates from core al-Qaeda in central Pakistan, or the Pakistan-Afghanistan border region, and it's thought to be serious. It comes from Dr. Ayman al-Zawahiri, the new leader of that group. The question for intelligence officials, though, and for the FBI is the information true? Can it be corroborated? And until they run down all those threads, we won't know whether this threat is real or whether it's not, but they are taking it seriously.
Bob, thanks. We know you'll be on top of it for us as well.